We're live, Sam.
Okay, thank you.
Who's texting me?
Okay.
Adoption of agendas or any additions? Nothing?
Thank-
Can I get a motion?
Motion to accept the agenda as presented.
Call the question. Those in favor?
Okay.
Carried. 2A minutes of July 27th meeting. Is there any corrections? Any issues with them? Can I get a motion to accept the minutes? Got a motion on the table, call the question. Those in favor? Audrey?
Yes.
In
Sorry.
Favor? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, carried. Number 3, arising from the minutes, business arising from the minutes. Anything? No? Okay, on to 4A, Leah Beauchamp, discretionary use, page 11.
Okay, so the purpose of this report is for the MPC to consider an application for a type E home-based business, i.e. Reiki within the R1 standard detached residential district. The applicant is Leah Beauchamp for 917 6th Street Southwest. And I've given you all the home-based business regulations. The applicant wishes to operate a Reiki business. She had been inside of Meraki Body Works, which has now been moved to a home-based business as well. And so she wishes to operate from her home. She's saying that her goal is to keep it small with a maximum of 2 clients per day, utilizing a bedroom where she'll store her equipment. And like I said previously, maximum of 2 clients per day, one at a time. There's no detached garage on site, and so the use will not extend to outside buildings. The front driveway can facilitate parking for 2 vehicles, and the applicant has indicated there will be plenty of room to accommodate 1 on-site parking for clients, as they also have a 2-car garage for parking. She is going to be the only person employed on site and operating a maximum of 12 hours a day, but the business days and hours of operation will vary per the needs of her clients. And at this time, there's no other home-based businesses on that site. And as the proposed home-based business meets with the regulations of the land use bylaw and also meets with policy statements in the municipal development plan with respect to growing and diversifying the business community, the planning department has no concerns and recommends that the MPC approve this application.
Okay, can I get a motion?
I'll motion.
Audrey, is there any discussion? Right. Okay, we got a motion on the table. Call the question. Those in favor? Carried. 4B, Ride and Holdings discretionary use, page 23.
The purpose of this report is for the MPC to consider an application for a storage yard and 2 fascia signs at 912 3rd Street Northwest, located on Lot 1, Block 3, Plan 688 NY in the M1 Light Industrial District. The applicant is Ride and Holdings, and the owner of the land is Slave Lake Hotshot Services. So I've given you the regulations of a definition with respect to storage yard. The use is discretionary and as such must be considered by the MPC. And you also have the regulations on fascia signs. The applicant is leasing, as well, we did refer the application out. The Lesser Slave Regional Fire Service have indicated they have no concerns from a fire and life safety perspective with respect to the storage yard. The applicant is leasing the subject site from Slave Lake Hotshot, wants to develop a storage yard for waste bin rentals. Storage yards are listed as a discretionary use in the M1 district. The site is large enough to accommodate the required on-site parking and is within the light industrial area, so should pose no concerns with the neighbors. The applicant also wishes to erect 2 fascia signs on the south and east walls of the building. The east side of the site abuts a road and as such is considered the business frontage. However, the proposed sign for the south wall of the building will not be located on a side of the site that is considered business frontage and as such must be considered by the MPC. So the subject site is fenced with a chain link fence. However, there is no screening provided. That said, the subject lot is not located adjacent to a residential or commercial area, and further, other industrial sites in the area do not provide screening for their outside storage. On some industrial storage yards, landscaping was incorporated to provide both the on-site landscaping requirements and some screening. The subject site has a landscaped area in the front of the building, and as such, we feel no further landscaping would be required for this application. Proposed storage yard meets with the intent of the M1 and the regulations of the land use bylaw and will provide an additional service to Slave Lake. Further, the use will be located in an industrial area. It should pose no issues with neighboring properties. The applicant is also applying for 2 fascia signs on the south and east walls. They are 4 feet by 8 feet and will contain the copy shown on the application, which is Ryden Holdings Limited Waste Bin Rentals. The subject signs meet with the regulations of the land use bylaw with respect to fascia signs. Based on all of that, the planning department has no concerns with the application and is recommending the MPC approve development permit 570820. Questions?
Go ahead.
Sorry. So is it just a storage yard? Is it running it as a waste business?
No, he's just going to be storing bins, and people can rent the bins or buy the bins or whatever the case and bring the bins back, but that's it. So
then-
there's not going to be any other storage on the site other than these waste bins.
So then because I was under the assumption that it was going to be a waste business. So GFL will be picking up the waste from these guys' bins?
I didn't go into that discussion with the applicant. I have no idea. My understanding from the application is he needs a site to rent his bins from and store them while they're going to and from various sites. That's it.
I'm gonna assume it's like we have waste bins for us and they never come to my yard not clean. They come from the bush and they go right to the dump and then they come back clean. He's probably just gonna pick them up, empty them and bring them to his yard. I'm gonna assume.
That was my assumption as well. Based on the application, that's what I thought was happening as well.
Storage of the empty bins.
Yes,
That was what they told us.
yeah.
Okay. That's not what I was thinking that this business was, so it confused me.
Well, I think they supply waste bins for whatever people need. They drop them off at their homes. And then when they're full, they come pick them up. Dump
So right
them.
in will.
Yeah, they
Okay.
dump them and then they take the bins to this piece of property for storage. But from what I understand, there's never any waste material stored
That's our definition.
on the property with the
Understood.
bins.
Understood. But
Yeah.
Yeah, and in accordance with the definition for storage yard, the storage could not include derelict vehicles or any waste materials anyway.
Yeah.
It could only be for empty bins.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think that he would be storing that kind of stuff. I just wanted to make sure that we knew that the business was running out of this place.
So,
too.
yeah,
Like,
so where's the
I'm
business
still
being
confused.
managed from?
I believe in the office space, there is an
There's an office
industrial
space in the
building
building.
there. So I believe they're operating the business there and using
Oh,
the space for the storage yard,
Okay, so they'll have
for
trucks
the
there
storage
too.
of bins. Pardon?
They'll have garbage trucks there too?
It didn't sound
Didn't
like
say
it.
that, no.
And with
Okay.
the receptionist that I spoke to, that was contacting me about this application, it sounded like they just needed a place to store their bins while they're not in use.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is there any more discussion? No.
I'll make a motion.
Julie? Any more discussion? No? Call the question, those in favor? Carried. 4C, Marcia McDermott's discretionary use, page 35.
The purpose of this report is for the MPC to consider an application for a type E home-based business, i.e. Dragonfly's Touch, within the R1C Estate Residential District for Marcia McDermott. at 1809 Pioneer Drive Southwest, Lot 3, Block 4, Plan 992. And once again, HPV regulations are there. The applicant wishes to operate a Reiki business called Dragonfly's Touch in her home. The goal is to keep the business small with 4 to 6 clients per day, and will be utilizing a bedroom in the single detached home where equipment utilizing the provision of services will be set up and stored. She's indicated that her clients will arrive one at a time and that she anticipates between 4 and 6 clients per day. There is no detached garage on site, and so the use will not extend to outside buildings. The front driveway can facilitate parking for at least 2 vehicles, and the applicant has indicated there will be plenty of room to accommodate 1 on-site parking for clients, as they have a 2-car garage for parking. The applicant will be the only person employed by the business and working on site, and the business will operate a maximum of 5 hours per day. Days of operation will vary, but the hours will be 10 to 3 p.m. at that time.
Just for clarification, the application says 4 to 6 visits per week. It does say,
Sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. I
Thank
missed
you.
that too.
No,
I
I,
was looking for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a motion? I'll make that motion. Any discussion?
A quick question.
Yeah.
What is R1C estate?
that is for land.
I thought that was country residential.
It's called estate residential.
It's,
It's
yes,
not called, yeah, it's not called country residential out there. Yeah.
And that's just bigger lots.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, motion on the table. Any more discussion? Call the question. Those in favor? Carried.
One last thing.
Land use bylaw, anything?
At
No.
this time.
Proposed subdivisions? Nothing. 7A, other business building value report. Pretty quiet.
It is, but there's finally something to put on it.
Yeah.
And we did get some good news and we got some applications
I
for
just got another house application.
a
in
house. So we're
Nice.
excited about that.
today. Yes.
Okay, can I get a motion to adopt this as information? Audrey? Call the question. Those in favor? MPC development concerns? Meeting.
Well, I believe it was. 14th, sorry, September 14th.
November 14th.
Yeah.
Anything else? Nope. Okay. Move to, oh, we don't have to move. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Corey, thanks, Sam.